It's I have that part at least on
I'm
Twitch, but
recording
yeah,
now.
you should start recording.
I'm
I
recording
I
now.
was I was remarking on how your room, it looks like you're streaming from like a studio apartment in New York City, and you don't even have a real bed. You're that poor because there's just like a little foam bed on the floor next to you, and like that's where you sleep, and then
Live
all your
from
shit's
New
in
York, it's this shitty room!
Hey,
like like
the
oh
crowd.
no,
It's beautiful.
it is beautiful.
I gotta see. Oh man,
Beautiful.
my levels are extrememely high. Hold up.
What, your diabetes levels?
No, my
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
no, my mic levels were extremely high.
Oh.
Nice.
Dying.
Justin looks like he lives in a sanatorium where I just look like I'm channeling Hal from Howl's Moving Castle.
I love Howl. I
think
just
so.
look like I'm in a crypt.
A little bit, yeah.
But it's okay. It's my crypt.
Mm-hmm.
I could be the crypt keeper. Do you guys remember that show?
Crypt Keeper?
Tales from the
Yeah.
Crypt.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that guy was terrifying. I used to like be
We had a
petrified of him
Halloween
as a
prop
kid.
of him.
Now
cool.
now I am him. Oh, how the tables have turned.
Oh, the turntables.
Oh god. Sorry, I'm wobbling my camera around. It's fine. Everything's fine.
No, it's not.
What
So
are we
yeah.
doing, guys?
Yeah, I guess we should get started. Okay, so
Yeah.
everyone, welcome to Apartment Theater. This week, it was my movie, and we wanted to stick with the theme of Valentine's Day, and so I figured, let's watch My Bloody Valentine. But the problem is that I've seen the original, so that's off the table. So instead, we gotta watch the remake. It's something. So for those that don't know, the remake was shot in 3D, but you can't watch it in 3D.
So it gets that like I was talking to Cass about this. That's one thing about movies that are like made for 3D is like what parts are meant to be 3D, that it might be cool, but you don't get to see it like that, so it makes everything awful.
Here's the thing. I've never seen a 3D movie actually be cool in 3D.
Avatar was cool in 3D when I saw it in theaters.
The Muppets was
Oh, yeah,
pretty
I
good.
forgot about that
Oh
one.
my
I
god,
forgot about Avatar. So, not to divert from the movie we're supposed to be talking about,
We do
but
this
I
every
feel
episode
like,
anyways.
I feel like Avatar, like, it was in 3D, but it wasn't specifically shot for, like, those weird 3D moments.
No,
There was
it
maybe,
was.
like, a couple of them? Okay.
Yeah, no.
Maybe I just don't
it
remember
was supposed
Avatar.
to be. It was meant to be seen in 3D, and the 3D is pretty well done because when you actually
Yeah.
develop it for that, yeah, it looks okay. But when it looks like how My Bloody Valentine looks, oh my
Yeah.
god. Okay, so
When you
basically,
only have specific scenes for the 3D, it's stupid.
this movie is about a miner. His name was Henry, I think.
No, Tom.
Tom.
I don't. The main guy was
No,
Tom.
no. Who was the killer?
Oh,
What
yeah,
was his
Henry.
name?
Yeah,
It
that
was
Henry.
Okay, I was like, I could have sworn it was Henry. They said it like a million times. It's Henry.
Henry's back.
Henry's back.
I'm still trying. So I love Jensen.
Ackles.
Ackles. I can never say his last name right. I love him. I love his acting, and I love Supernatural. I said that this movie is a poor episode of Supernatural.
So, I'm going to talk about the plot. So basically, the synopsis of this movie is that there was a miner named Henry that got out of a coma and started killing people. And then he was buried, left for dead or whatever. They're like, oh, he's dead. He's dead. We buried him right here. And then they go to the grave and he's not there. So anyway, 10 years happen. Him coming out of the grave thing is 10 years later. But 10 years later, he's back. Okay. So, yeah, it takes place around a mining town, and Every character is just terrible.
Yeah.
I
The only
hated
one that can act was Jensen.
Jensen barely.
Yeah. He
I don't
barely
think
skirted by. He
I
barely
think
skirted
he
by.
didn't care about that movie.
So you have Jensen, who has
Is
some
the only one
effort. You have the chick that was his ex in there who seemed like she was tranquilized during most of
Yeah.
it.
Uh-huh.
You got the asshole cop who did his job, I guess. I hated that character
Kinda.
more than any of them.
I mean, he did his job by cheating on his wife and getting the other girl pregnant. So.
Well, she's dead, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's what I said. I was like, well, she died, so the
died,
problem's
so
solved.
fine. Not a problem anymore.
But
problem.
yeah, so the movie for the most part was fine up until the twist, where the twist was like, really? This is stupid now. Like, it's like, okay. I enjoy the original My Bloody Valentine. You guys haven't seen it, but I like it. It's a campy, fun movie to watch. I feel like you actually really get to know the town, and it's clearly set in Canada, but they say it's not in Canada, but everybody is Canadian. Canadian as fuck in that movie. But yeah,
What
like
you talking about?
it felt like it was a actual small town, mining town, and you got to know the people and you kind of cared about them, and it's better than most slasher movies, because in the 80s the slasher movies were it's kind of like how people go like, what if, like for Pixar movies where it's like, what if blank had feelings? Where in the 80s for slasher movies is, what if blank killed people? Hockey guy killed people. Weird nightmare demon guy kills people.
Kills people.
Guy in mask kills people. What if a miner killed people? He's got a pickaxe. That's gotta be sharp, right? We got this mine. Fuck it. Let's make the movie in a mine. I would never go in that mine. But I liked the way that the mines were shot in My Bloody Valentine. It felt like cold and gross and wet. And in My Bloody Valentine 3D, it all looked sterile. It looked stupid. You're barely in the mine, for one. Like, you were constantly in the mine in the original one. And this one is like, I guess we'll put the mine in here. This is a remake. Fuck it. Here's the mine. We're going in it. This is where it ends, in the mine.
This is totally not a set piece.
I have to admit there was like some stuff I really like. I really liked before you find out the twist when Jensen is looking at the killer and it's like a mirror, and when he's in the cage after Red died, I think his name was Red, and they were looking at each other and getting up at the same time. I think that was really nicely shot, especially in the cage. I like, maybe I'm putting more meaning behind it than it should, but I think it was just like really good. I liked that like angle that they did, and it kind of did hint at the fact that Jensen was the killer. I kind of like that they played off him going nuts, but the poor man had a lot of trauma. Like,
He was in a mental institution. He witnessed a murder.
Many murders, actually.
Someone got shot, and the blood of the guy went on his face. I'm sorry, you're not gonna come out okay after that.
No, not so much. So, okay, I think it was like double fold, right? Because the Henry guy, the reason he's in a coma in the beginning is because there was like an explosion in the mine.
Yeah.
And it was Tom's fault, I believe. And so like the guy ends up, being in a coma and then waking up or whatever. I don't know why he ends up killing a bunch of people. Is it revenge? Is he just bored? Does he just have really bad brain trauma from kabooms and being in a mine? We don't know.
Cass made the comment, and I do enjoy the comment itself, where we had more massacres in this hospital than Hospital Massacre.
Yeah, it was really cool. We watched a Hospital Massacre movie last week, but then we actually got an opening Hospital Massacre this week with this movie.
We
It was
watched
just everyone
X-Ray
murdered.
last week.
It was
I've
called Hospital Massacre. One of the names.
I I guess like a pickaxe can like break open a chest cavity, but like
Definitely
Oh,
can.
yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. Never used one.
I mean,
Uh,
it's meant to break into rock. So
I'm assuming he there's a lot of trauma going on. A
Right.
lot of trauma. I think the whole Valentine thing plays where he's ripping the heart out of people is because he watched Axel's blonde girlfriend that we got to see full frontal nudity with, and his later wife drive away. That's pretty, like, they drive away as you're about to die. Like, thanks. That's cool.
Yeah.
You could have, like,
Mhm.
tried to run over the guy or something or anything, but
Yeah.
instead.
yeah, and they
you're
treat
just
him
gonna
like
drive
he's
away.
the murderer. I mean, he ended up being the murderer, but still,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah, they
He
treated
might
oh,
him
have
I'm the
good.
piece of shit. What about these guys? Fuck them.
Yeah. Like,
There's a possibility that could have been avoided, if they actually helped him. There could have been
Yeah.
avoidance of him going nuts and killing everyone.
So one of the things, I'm not a technical guy. I mean, I can tell when something looks good and when something looks bad. Like my background looks terrible.
green screen.
It's a green
It
screen.
looked like a green screen. I'm actually in a room, but it doesn't look like it. For those just listening to the audio, they're like, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be thinking, but now they're going to be thinking, well,
Fine.
maybe. But anyway, this movie looks like shit.
Yeah, this movie.
This movie looked gross. Like, it looked super low budget. It looked like it was filmed for the CW. One of the things I was very surprised by was the fact that there was gore. And there was a lot of it.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
and-
think this is a slasher movie, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this was remade around the time when like all the Saw movies and stuff were really big, and like Hostel and all those like torture porn kind of movies were getting big. And so they were just like, ta-da, here's this. Like, I was surprised by the mix of CGI and practical, because the practical looked okay. The CGI looked awful. When they were driving in the car towards the end, oh my god, it looked like they were in a cartoon. It was disgusting looking. I absolutely fucking hated that. But
All
yeah.
right. So this movie's budget, which I think probably just funneled into mainly having Jensen in.
I can't imagine he's that expensive.
Well, see, okay,
He
this was
was-
in 2009. Supernatural, like, it had a following, but not nearly the following that it had, like, 5 years ago. Like, 2009, the show had only been on for 4 years at that point.
That's still a lot of people.
Like, they did have a big fandom, but I don't think it was nearly what it was.
Oh yeah, now it's massive, but like it still is big.
Yeah.
But their budget was 14 million.
Didn't look like it. I mean, a lot of it probably had to do with the cameras that they used for the 3D.
And the box office was 119.9 million.
That's impressive. Honestly, like they definitely made and it looked like at the end that they were trying to, let's go for a sequel. Let's go.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that they
trying.
didn't. Because
Yeah, they didn't.
That I actually
was
was
just
looking
shit.
that up while I was waiting for everybody, and I'm just sitting here going, so lonely. So lonely. I have nobody.
Mhm. I think it might be because like Jensen had no interest in doing a sequel.
yeah,
Like,
I
'cause
don't
they-
think he had interest
had
in doing that
super-
movie.
Yeah, he had all the shit going on with Supernatural. Like, well, no, he wanted to go into like making movies and doing movies. Because at that point, they had been on for 4 years. They were only supposed to run for 5 with Supernatural. But then because it was like getting big and there was such a following at that point, like, he kind of realized he couldn't go into movies because he wasn't gonna have the fucking time. Like, because I
Yeah.
remember this movie coming out and like people talking about it, and I remember getting, you know, the twist spoiled for me, so I knew that he was the killer already, like going into the movie. And I was like, whatever.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I didn't.
I'm still gonna watch it. Like, that's why I wasn't saying anything about like who the killer was
Yeah.
while we were watching it. I was just like, yeah, I already knew.
Yeah, but the biggest distracting thing for me was just how gross, muddy, and just like it just felt so.
Bad.
It felt like it had just no heart. Had no heart.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it just seemed like a bunch of people that made this movie just didn't really give a shit what they were making.
Yeah.
They had some people in there that I cannot remember the guy's name for the life of me, but the older sheriff guy, the guy that like shot Henry in the first place, he is in a lot of horror movies.
Tom Atkins.
That's the guy.
That name sounds familiar.
He-
He's a terrible actor, though.
Oh yeah.
No, here's the thing. He is a good actor.
It was just terrible in this.
Terrible acting. Every single person was terrible in this movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was bad directing. Because, like...
Oh
we've-
yeah, he's got a lot of horror movies under his belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
I'm
biggest
I'm
one
looking
for
at his
him
list right
was
now.
like I think Halloween 3 and
The Fog was...
Night of the Creeps. Yeah, The Fog. Yeah,
The Fog was good.
there's a ton. It's a lot. He's a pretty well-known horror actor. I should know his name, but I didn't. I'm sorry. There's a lot of people out there, god damn it. There was clearly talent in the cast. They didn't utilize it at all.
Nope.
Everybody
Not at
was
all.
just completely flat. It's in 3D, but it felt flat. I don't know how you managed that, but
We got nudity.
we did get nudity. And that
got
was the thing.
nudity.
Part of it was like, okay, it's starting to feel kind of like a rundown hillbilly kind of town. This chick running out naked after this dude with a gun.
Yeah.
You could,
I was like, women power, go.
you know, like, like Cass and I, Midwest town, like it felt kind of like, oh, that could be like
Yeah.
Granite City or something.
Yep.
If anyone's from that area, they'd be like, oh, that place
At
is a
trucker
shithole.
stop? Yeah.
Yeah, like, but you don't really get to know the town.
No.
You get to see a grocery store, a mine, and the police station, which the police station is massive for a tiny town. I'm like,
Oh, and
there's
the,
like 12
diner.
sheriffs in here.
Don't
Yeah.
forget the diner.
And then there's the diner as well,
Yeah.
which made me miss going anywhere.
Oh, I
I
love
was
the
like, there
the
very briefly.
the Valentine's Day gift that the one of the police officers brings to the sheriff, and the sheriff like pulls his hand away and it's covered in blood, and he's like, how do you not know it's covered in blood as you're giving it to him?
Also, I'm like 70% certain that a human heart cannot fit in one of those chocolate Valentine boxes.
No.
No.
In
Like,
the
it would be
original, they were
lifted.
deeper.
Yeah.
Like they were deep boxes, so it made sense. But they're like, here's the $5 store boxes.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
an inch.
Yeah.
Like a human,
We're-
like your fist is about the size of your heart. Like that's not gonna fit comfortably in one of those boxes.
The best way to describe this to anybody, like, legitimately, you want to go get your, I don't know, whatever you want to call them, a chocolate box, like that really thin chocolate box that has assorted chocolate in it. Yeah, we're talking about those.
Yeah.
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 A sorted box of chocolates.
Yeah.
That's shaped like a heart. Yeah.
But yeah, so because that was in the original, like they open the boxes or whatever, and it's like, oh, there's a heart in it, and there was a little more suspense to it, I guess. I mean, like they also pulled the laundry scene thing,
Yeah.
because in the original there is a laundry scene. They're at a laundromat though, and it was shot a lot better. Go
Not
figure.
shocking. Yeah.
And
I was pretty excited when she was in the dryer.
Would it? Okay, so here's the thing. Like, I don't know how hot a dryer gets.
Pretty hot.
But
Yeah,
it
it gets
wouldn't
pretty hot.
melt your skin like that. Would it just cook
No.
you?
No.
No,
I
you would
didn't
get
think so.
you would get burns, but
Oh
you
yeah,
wouldn't melt.
blisters, but yeah,
Yeah.
you wouldn't melt like that. But we like seeing the melting.
My favorite was like the clear, like you could see the sculpt over her eyes, like because her eyelids were fine. Like your fucking eyes would get really dried out and like look super fucked if you were in a dryer. Uh, yeah. I mean, you're talking like mummification situation there. So,
I really liked it though. I was pretty excited about her being in the dryer. So
yeah. I mean, as soon as I heard like the noise, I was like, that bitch is in the dryer.
yeah, I was like, I hope she's in the dryer. I hope
Definitely
she's in the dryer.
Cat.
Oh, hello, Lydia.
Wow.
The
Come-
guest appearance.
Guest
And I guess
appearance
appearance
by
of Lydia,
the turd cat.
the turd cat.
But yeah. What else can I say about this movie? It looked like shit.
I think the there's not much you can go wrong with a miner's outfit. You have to really go wrong to try to go wrong, but I like the style of a miner they used for him as like a killer. Like
Yeah,
I think
it looked
was,
like the original too. So.
yeah, it was a very appealing kind of
Would you say that you dug it?
haha. I would say it caught my heart.
That was worse.
Yeah,
I
it
look,
was.
I have like miles of dad jokes under my wing, so don't even try. But
See, I thought the twist was terrible though. When they revealed that it was him, I was like,
I rather have
Oh.
it to be the sheriff. I would have liked
Yeah.
that because he was showing anger in like psychotic episodes, like he would be. So they
Yeah.
also kind of blamed it up as the deputy sheriff. I think he was that he could possibly be the killer too.
Yeah,
They
but
had options.
it wouldn't have made sense for the deputy because I don't think he was there originally.
yeah.
No.
In like, the
It also
beginning of the
seemed
movie.
like of a ghost possessed Tom, like Henry's
there's
ghost.
that line at the end. Oh, Henry, are you just hanging out in Tom or whatever the fuck the line is? And it's like,
Yeah,
I think he's being sarcastic. Like, I don't think he actually thought like he was in there. I think he was just making fun of the fact that he was crazy.
yeah,
that
but
could be.
Yeah.
okay, with him going like, yeah, like his voice completely changing too. So it's just like, I think they might have possibly been playing off the idea that he got possessed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it was just more of him just poking at him, like just to piss him off.
Yeah.
Well, he definitely poked him.
Oh, also,
Did.
she shoots the tank in the back. It explodes.
Yeah.
Everybody's okay.
Yeah, everybody's fine.
I'm sorry. You would die. You would die.
By the
Mine
way,
collapses. Everybody's fine.
Mythbusters did a whatever, like a thing with Jaws. Remember in Jaws when they shot the tank? Well, they went to bust that, and you can't pierce one of those tanks to blow them up with a bullet. So in technical, that shouldn't even happened.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
It is pretty hard to fuck up those things, especially after going through other matter because it goes through like the edge of his stomach. That would have slowed the bullet down. Like,
yeah.
The only thing I could have seen where it would have made sense for something to blow up, I'm pretty sure there was dynamite in mines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that
you
just
pack
made more
dynamite.
sense to have dynamite in there? And then
It would.
Yeah.
But why are you
Like-
questioning that?
But okay, so like the way it could have ended though was that there could have been dynamite in there and they threw it and it caved in and left him in there because that was the whole thing was like,
Yeah.
oh, he's still in the mines or whatever. And it's like it could have left him like the guy, but I think that would have played too much like the original because I'm pretty sure it kind of is like that. Like the killer just fucks off into the mines because he was crazy as well, and
Yeah.
it was just a lot better. Whoa, the remake not being as good as the original?
Shocking.
Shocking. Huh. Join us next week when we watch the National Lampoon's Vacation remake. No.
They have remakes of that?
There's a remake, yeah. Yeah.
Why?
Ed Helms is in it. This came out 2 years ago. I think. Like something like that. But yeah, you'd be like, what the fuck?
I will never watch it. I don't even like the National Lampoon's like regular movies. I will never fucking watch it.
But yeah. I hated this movie.
I think this could have all been avoided if his friends didn't leave him with a murderer.
I think it would have all been okay if he just would have sold the mine like he originally wanted to. And then we wouldn't have had to watch a movie.
Maybe I like brain dead for the moment, but I don't know what made him change his mind to not sell it anymore. Was seeing his like old girlfriend like
his old girlfriend being like, we stayed here and lived with it. And it's
we stayed here in our tiny shit town and you left because you were traumatized.
Yeah. You went to a mental institution to get better.
And no one knew that you were there except that you people would know that you were there, though.
Yeah.
How would they not?
Dad would definitely know, right? Like, I mean, I guess we don't know how old he was when, like, he left. But
he kind of just
yeah.
I think it was right after, like, they definitely seemed older than high school.
I think they were trying to play as high school because
maybe.
Yeah, they love hiring mid-30 peoples to play 16-year-olds. I never understood that.
Where would they have gone to college there? I highly doubt that city has a college.
No, I mean like their college age, like early 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
So they're perfect age for playing high schoolers.
Yeah.
Exactly. So traumatized Tom. They really could avoid all of it. Like maybe he'd still have like schizophrenic. I think it's schizophrenia where they see stuff like that, right?
There's also like I think paranoid delusions. There's a couple of different things.
I probably would go with paranoid delusions then, just because that could definitely be like from traumatized. I feel like it could have severely been avoided if his friends were to just stay. I give Axel the credit that he actually tried to get the girls out. I found it funny that Axel was the one that tripped and fell and almost got killed by Henry, when I thought it was going to be one of the girls.
I think they all did at some point. They all tripped and fell.
I think. No. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Oh, the midget becoming a chandelier. Whoa. That was interesting.
Whoa.
Look.
I don't think you can say that.
Really?
The little person. Yeah.
The little person? Is it no?
I'm pretty. Also, they weren't a midget.
Is it offensive? Really?
I don't think you're supposed to call people midgets.
I wouldn't know if it's like if it's offensive. Somebody please tell me because I don't know.
Also, I don't think that they were a midget. I think they were, if anything, it was like whatever.
They had dwarfism. They had some kind of dwarfism. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Yeah. But yeah, I think usually I think they prefer little person.
But
but I don't know. I haven't.
Well, I'm sorry. I am sorry, and
how could you?
How dare you?
If that is if there's a proper turn, please tell me. I would like to be able to be respectful.
Oh, you'll know because you'll have a brick through your window.
Probably. I'd be pretty amazed though because I'm on the second floor, so that would take a lot of like arm strength. So. You don't understand. My window really you have to have good aim and good arm strength to get anything through that window. So
it's a challenge. Find her address.
Yes,
throw a brick straight through that window.
Yeah, don't find my address. You're asking for very bad things.
It's 622 Hermpa New Jersey.
Sure.
Yep.
Good luck.
but this movie could, if it wasn't a remake and they took some different aspects, it could have been okay.
Are you about to floss right now?
No, I had something stuck in my tooth earlier, so I grabbed one of my flosses to get it out.
So you're just gonna. So you are about to floss right
No,
now.
I'm not. I'm saying that's why it's right here. Look, I have to grab things and do things with my hands when I'm talking. I'm sorry that I do that. Jeez.
I just thought you were gonna start flossing. I don't know.
You want me to?
No, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's on my desk because something was in my tooth earlier.
But yeah, this movie, once again, it felt like a movie that was supposed to be something different, and then they went, wait a minute, these remakes are making us buku bucks. Let's remake this one. It's probably going to be inexpensive to be able to remake it, and it's not like it's Shakespeare or something, it's not like it's this well-written whatever movie. They're like, we can just remake this one. It's got a following. Maybe people will see it, and they did. I think they kind of went with like everything was getting remade around that time. Like they were doing like the Friday the 13th one, the Nightmare on Elm Street one.
Yeah.
Which I didn't see that Nightmare on Elm Street one, but it looked horrible, and apparently it was. The Friday the 13th one wasn't bad, and that also has a supernatural dude in it. It's the other one.
Oh, it's got Padalecki.
Sure, that one. But I liked that one. I enjoyed it for what it was. But yeah, it could have been better. It just, at least the pacing wasn't dog shit like every other movie we watch. I felt like it was moving along. It wasn't.
I felt there were some scenes that were just too long. I was literally complaining to Cass, like, please get this scene over with. This is extended far too long. Yeah. There was only like 2 scenes, but still.
Which scenes?
The grocery store one and the stabbing of Ben. I think it was.
Was that the
one with the?
The one where he's getting pushed onto the pickaxe.
Yeah. Pushed onto the pickaxe.
Okay.
He's in his house. Yeah.
I didn't have an issue with it, but yeah.
I just feel it was too long.
Whatever. Also, yes, midget is a slur.
Oh.
Way to go.
So
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Unbelievable.
Now I know.
How could you?
They prefer little person or little people.
I feel like that's all. Never mind. That doesn't matter. So
that's what they prefer. So that's what you.
I mean, it does matter. I want to just. It does matter. That does matter, but that's not pertaining to the movie.
Down here real quick. Like,
okay.
I just wanted to jump in and be like, there you go.
Overall verdict. Would you guys recommend this?
No.
No, but it's entertaining to watch with friends if you want to bullshit around.
I don't know. It's not even entertaining with that. You know what this is?
It's bland.
This is a makeout movie. This is a movie that is a horror movie, and it's gonna be shit, and you know it's gonna be shit, and you went and you saw it in theater anyway, just so you could make out with your cutie. That's it. That's all it was. So, I feel the same way for all of the Star Wars movies too.
Pirates of the Caribbean 3 was that.
Yes.
That movie is awful. But the boobies were great. Yeah.
That's what it is. It's a makeout movie. Like, we know it's going to be shit. We know people aren't really going to be paying attention. So let's make the plot line as simple as possible so people can just make out and then step right back in and pick it up. It's fine.
It's so weird to think about that. Like makeout movies. Like
makeout movies.
Sorry that
making
we're all
out
so
in a movie
very
theater
lonely people.
now. It just seems so weird to me. Like, why would you go and do that?
Yeah, ew.
That's so.
I'm not a big PDA.
Why would you
general,
make out in front of like? Oh, I'm just gonna be slobbing on these people.
I know people who have fucked in the back of movie theaters.
That's impressive, honestly.
It is
kudos
impressive.
to them.
Yeah, I know people too. It's interesting.
Yeah, I'm like, all right. I mean, I guess that's a thing to do.
I could see, like, if you went to a drive-in theater and fucking there, like, that makes sense. But like an actual movie theater,
everyone would know.
That's impressive.
That is impressive. But yeah, so anyway, it's a makeout movie. It's a movie you don't have to pay attention to.
It's terrible. Don't watch it. Watch the original.
Yeah. That.
Yeah, I enjoyed the original. So, and if you like this movie, that's great. Good for you. But I hated it. It was bad. Could have been a lot better.
I like Ackles.
I like Ackles too.
That's
but...
the only thing I liked about it. It's just he has a pretty face too. I like to look at him.
Yeah, he does.
Handsome Ankles was okay. So if you like him, he takes his shirt off at one point, but not completely. So
does he? Wait.
I mean, like he's wearing like a tank top.
Oh, yeah, when he's getting.
Yeah, you can see the guns and you can see his toned back muscles. So if you like
I'm pretty sure you see him topless in Supernatural. So
yeah, you do.
Yeah, so if you just really want to see his back, go for it.
I was happy the truck driver got like killed though, because that was kind of a scummy thing to do.
Yeah, he was a piece of shit.
So
they were all terrible people. No one was a good person in this movie.
People. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they all got what they deserve.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the town is just cursed with shitty people.
That's just all towns, and that's the life lesson we learned today. Everyone's terrible. Don't go outside. Stay inside. But don't watch this movie. Watch something else.
Watch Doom Asylum.
Every week.
Torpedo it.
You know, we're going to go back to that movie and we're going to hate it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But yeah, well, thanks for tuning in. If you tuned in to the Twitch, if you didn't, maybe you listen to it on Spotify or whatever. We're on everything. Check out the other episodes. And
have a good
fuck Valentine's Day. Don't buy shit. Just stay in. You don't need it. Buy candy the next day after Valentine's Day.
When it's 50% off, I fucking love that day. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great for lonely people.
Have sex though. Do that. Just fuck like crazy that day. You earned it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody. And yeah, get the fuck out, please. Get out. We're making out in here. Get out.
I wasn't alerted to this one.
Oh God.
Please, just never do that again.
You good?
Oh yeah, baby.
This isn't ASMR. Fun fact, I don't like ASMR. Please stop.
Why are you still streaming?
I don't know.
We're always streaming.
We said fuck off. Be done.
Goodbye. Fuck you.
Goodbye.
Bye.